Guys, it's Kevin again, and in this video I'm going to review this movie that I just saw last night called Struck by Lightning. Now the reason I checked this out was one, because of Chris Colfer, two, because I heard it was really, really good. Now, this movie, he actually wrote and starred in this movie. He pretty much did everything in this movie. He directed it, he wrote it, he starred in it, and I think that's pretty impressive. But the movie is pretty much about, Carson Phillips was destined for bigger things than his close-minded small town could ever offer. He was on a path to greatness, but destiny had a different plan when he was suddenly killed by a bolt of lightning in a school parking lot. After this happens, we get to see flashbacks of his life, and we go to his high school year, where he really wanted to get into this one college, and he wanted to be a journalist. So he he joins the writing team, which is not very popular, and he blackmails all the jocks and the cheerleaders, trying to get them to write columns for this magazine that he needs to get a scholarship for. That if he doesn't bring it in, he doesn't get a scholarship for the college he wants to go to. And he also has to deal with his mother, who's a really big alcoholic. And, yeah, that's pretty much the movie. And I gotta say, I loved Struck by Lightning. Honestly, it was really, really good. I think everyone could get something different from this movie. And I really enjoyed that, because what everyone could get that's different from this movie is it's different messages. And what I love is that even though Carson Phillips wasn't he was a nice kid, but he just didn't fit in, because, see, he was very sarcastic all the time. Things don't go his way, he goes off the handle about it, and it's not really something that, it's not like tantrums or anything. He just doesn't like things the way they are, and he wants things to be changed. For example, Sarah Hyland's character is running the prom committee, and they're having all these themes, and he says, no, those themes are too stupid, and he wants to kind of change the themes to that. So now let's get into the performances for Struck by Lightning. The biggest one, I think, was Chris Colfer. This man is a genius right here. He was amazing in this movie. I mean, there's this scene. There are so many great scenes in this movie. First of all, his narration, Carson Phillips' narration, it was brilliant. It was brilliant to have him narrate the whole movie. The other thing that I really loved about it was that there's this one scene where he's with the whole writing team, and he's saying how, Sure, you do whatever, and he kind of just goes off the handle because they all tease him, they bully him. He's really just an outcast. They're not really, bullying him, but no one wants to be around him. And he kind of just has this whole big thing where he's like, okay, well, if you don't believe me, then you take this, and you give me this, and then throw this paper out, and it was a really great scene. And, yeah. So Chris Colfer was really amazing in this. Also, the scene where he died, and he gives a really great speech at the end. I will talk about that in the spoilers. Although this movie doesn't have many big spoilers, we will talk about the spoilers. There are a couple that we need to talk about. The other one that was really great was Allison Janney. She was perfect as Carson Phillips' mother, because she is a major drunk. Most of the movie, she's really funny. She's either really funny, or she's not really funny, or she's really dramatic. In every scene, she's the comic relief of the movie. Because, there's a scene when she finds out her son is dead, she doesn't really think he's dead. She keeps calling his phone over and over again, everybody thinks you're dead, come on. And then you also have Sarah Hyland, who I thought was really good in this movie as the cheerleader. I mean, she definitely, there's a great scene between her and Carson, where Carson was in second grade, we all went around the room asking what we wanted to be when we grow up. I said I wanted to win the Nobel Peace Prize, and she said to want to be a ballerina. Everybody laughed at her for it except him. And she gives a really great, she gave a really nice performance in this. I thought she was really great. Sort of like the cheerleader who, we can tell she wants to be popular because she is afraid no one else will like her. And I really love Sarah Hyland in this. Rebel Wilson was fine. Nothing, huge with Rebel Wilson. Her character is different from anything you've ever seen or done before. Her character likes to film everything. and things like that. So, yeah. And then the only other one I want to point out is whoever played his father. I don't know who that is, but Dermot Mulroney as his father was really good in this. Because him and his mother, they always want custody of him, and they never know, they never get custody. And a lot of times his mother doesn't want him to be around his father, and then his father's engaged to Christina Hendricks, who is hot. I'm not gonna lie, she is hot. So yeah. So overall, I really did enjoy the movie. Now I'm gonna get to some spoilers. Now, you think with the title Struck by Lightning there wouldn't be spoilers, but there are a couple spoilers. So if you haven't seen Struck by Lightning, I'm gonna ruin it for you right now. So the major thing I want to talk about is the scene with Rebel Wilson and with Rebel Wilson and Carson, where he pretty much asks her, "Why do you film everything?" And I loved what she said. She said how life is short, you gotta make the most of it. And then she asked him if they're friends, and he says yes. But the other thing I really want to talk about is the scene where, after he died, how he thought nobody really cared about him, and it turns out he had an impact on everybody's life. Like, Sarah Hyland's character, she realizes that they are doing some really stupid things for the prom, and they do need to be changed. Rebel Wilson runs the Writers Club. His mother, I think she stops being an alcoholic. Everyone he had a great impact on. And the movie's message is really great too. How, even though Carson Phillips is dead, he had such a great impact on everyone. He lived life to the fullest. He always, he seized the day all the time. He wanted things the way he did. He tried to change things. He could see things need to be changed. He really wanted to get into this school. And he actually ended up not getting into the school. But then he did end up getting into the school, but that was after he was struck by lightning. And I love the speech he made where he said, "I never graduated. I never won the Nobel Peace Prize. I never changed the world. These are just illusions of me and my kind, and thank God they are." And he says how, I was waiting for him to say, and he didn't say this. This is the only part of the movie I didn't like where he said, I wish he would have said, even though it didn't work out like that, I still think my life was great and I had a great impact on everybody, though he doesn't know that. And I also think it's interesting that it took 3 days for people to find his body. But overall, I really did enjoy Struck by Lightning. I definitely think it's one of my favorite films of 2012. Definitely, it's really, really good. So I definitely check out this movie. It's a very small movie. It's actually from the Tribeca Film Festival. That's how he released it. But I do, and if you're interested, the book is coming out November 2013, so I think I will definitely get the book because I definitely really enjoyed the movie, and the movie's really short. Like, once you start watching it, it ends. Like, it doesn't take this long for this movie to end. Honestly, it's very short, and I highly recommend you check out Struck by Lightning. If you haven't already, definitely check it out. It's really, really good. That's it for my review of Struck by Lightning, but my next video, I'm going to do the song. I'm going to sing a song for you because I haven't done it in a while, and it's going to be from Smash. So, see you then. Bye.